Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I have this classic skull for you guys, and how I'm going to start is by mapping out my face. And this is just kind of a really important part of doing a look like this, because you kind of need to understand what you're going to do and where you're going to go with it before you do it. So it's easy to use a pencil like this so that you can easily kind of smudge out and erase anything that you don't like. And basically what you're doing right here is just sketching out your skull. Now I'm looking at a reference picture, and I highly recommend you do that because that is the easiest way to kind of see where things should go. I also like to feel my face because there is a skull under there. So if you guys need to, definitely slow down the video and kind of look, in detail at what I'm doing. It was just super hard. This video took a really long time, and so I had to kind of speed through it, otherwise it was going to be really, really long. So now I'm taking the NYX SFX paint, and this is the white one, and I am just going over all of the places that would be white or bone colored, and it kind of looks like nothing right now, but trust me, you're gonna see it kind of come to life. Now I'm taking the black of the NYX SFX cream colors and going over my eyes. I ended up doing them too big the first time around, so just use a makeup wipe, went in, fixed it, and moved on. You can make mistakes. I make them all the time, every time I do a look. Now I'm just filling the eyes in with the black, but I'm staying away from the center of my eye and actually filling in the inner parts closest to my nose and the outer parts closest to my ears. And I'm doing this because I kind of want it to look like hollow, not just black, if that makes sense. Then I'm just setting the eyes with a translucence powder, the NYX SFX setting powder, just so that they don't get all creasy. Then I'm starting on my nose. You guys can do it kind of any shape that you feel looks best, but this is the shape that I decided to go with. I left a little bit in between because real skulls have like a little bit of in between. Like I said, look at a reference picture. It will really, really help. And setting that too, just so it doesn't get all greasy. Now I'm starting to map out the cheekbones with an eyeshadow color, and it's just a black eyeshadow, or I think it's brown. And I didn't want to go in with black right away because I wanted to make sure I was happy with all of the shapes and whatnot. And in hindsight, I would have pulled the jawbone inward a little bit, closer to my mouth, not so far out by the cheekbones. As you can see, it's just a little too far out there. I wish it was like a little bit closer to my mouth. Now I am starting the teeth. I recommend getting a really good brush for this, one that's kind of shaped like the shape of a tooth when you're painting the shape of a tooth. And I like to pull upwards and go one on one side, one on the other, so that I make sure that it's even. And they get kind of pointy at the top. Also, my camera died. I am so sorry. I had started my teeth, and anyway, let's continue. On the bottom, it's the same thing. I like to go from upwards and drag down, and kind of as it gets to the sides, I like make them a little bit pointier and pull them in toward the middle of my mouth, if that makes sense. Like I said, if you have to slow the video down, pause it, definitely do that. This video is gonna be way too long, guys. I didn't want you to sit through like I did when I did it for real. Now I'm kind of starting to shade and starting to darken up the cheekbones and the jawbone. I'm also drawing these little like lines, cracks around my eyes, and then I'm going in and filling the back side of my head with black, just to start to create that illusion. Sometimes you kind of just have to take breaks and like do a little bit here, do a little bit there, just so you can start to see the illusion, and that will help you with like where you need to shade and what you need to do. Also doing a little crack down there on my jaw bone, and then kind of shading around the crack around my eye. Now I'm starting to go in between the teeth with black. I have a really thin brush and a little bit of black, not too much. You don't want to make your teeth muddy, so you really want to take your time on the teeth. That's like my favorite part and also the hardest part, so take your time. Now I'm just filling in the kind of hollow part of the cheek or jaw bone. Now I'm going in and darkening up the eyes with a little bit of black eyeshadow. And going back into the teeth. Like I kind of said, this whole look is just a process of going back and forth. Like once you lay the groundwork down, you kind of just have to like go back in, shade some more, do something else, go back over it, you know, that's just kind of how it works. So be patient, it takes time, but it will come together. Like as you can see, I'm trying to like show the illusion to myself so I can see what I'm doing. Then I also like to kind of close off the teeth. So I just kind of round them out. I don't want to do anything too kind of sharp or pointy. I just round them out. There's a million ways to do teeth. Everybody does them differently, and I've just been learning for a long time, and I'm not perfect. I'm just, you know, doing what I know how to do. Now I'm shading the side of the teeth. Like I'm shading the outermost part of it. It's so hard to see because I'm blocking it with the mirror, but I'm shading the outside of the tooth and keeping the inside of the tooth white. So it looks like it is kind of descending back into my mouth, if that makes sense. Just adding a few cracks on top of my skull, and it makes it kind of look like your orbital bone is popping out. Now I'm just going to cover my shoulders and neck with black, except the very middle part where I'm going to draw the vertebrae later on. Like I said, we go back and forth here. So just filling it in with black paint, nothing too special. That's why I'm going insanely fast right here. Oh, making sure that it's gonna work. Now I'm going in and really darkening up the places that need to be kind of really black, and then leaving the middle part where my eyes are and the middle part of the hollow of the cheek lighter, so that it kind of creates that depth illusion. Now just highlighting the teeth, just adding a little bit of white everywhere I didn't put the darkness. Going back in, making it darker. Now just filling in my neck with white, and then cleaning it up with the black. This is the way that I like to do vertebrae. It's just like a little triangle, draw a line across, move down, little triangle, draw a line across, move down. It's not too hard, and I feel like it turns out pretty good. I was like really tired by this time, so I was just not, I wasn't able to like really go hardcore on the neck, but I feel like it turned out pretty good. Now just filling in my waterline and tightlining my eyes with some black eyeliner. And painting my ears because the wig wasn't hiding them completely, so I had to paint them. And I am going to pop in my contacts, and that's it for this tutorial, you guys. I am so excited to share it with you. I hope you liked it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see more Halloween videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.